Good evening, all of you. Has everyone tried the questions and in new way also? Train method, shortcuts, your own shortcuts. Whenever you have tried a question and then you come for the session, the thrill is different, right? You have to check whether your answers are correct, whether your methods are correct, whether your methods are faster than mine. That thrill is different. Or you've tried several times but you're not getting the question, then the curiosity in seeing how I am doing the question is also very high. But if you have not tried at all, or you've just given a faint try, just tried it on the border once, and then you're sitting for the session, there's no thrill. Then you just complacently see what I'm doing and nod your heads. There is no thrill. Two more minutes to go. Those who are going to appear for the entrance, the questions in the entrance exam will be strictly based on the same topics. But when you see the entrance exam questions, you will yourself feel surprised that, oh, these kind of questions can be made on these topics. The questions will take you by surprise. But if you dig down the theory, it is not going to be anything outside what we have discussed in these 12 sessions. So that will give you how you are supposed to study a particular material given also, studying it externally on the borders and diving deep into it, trying to understand it or trying to learn to apply it is a completely different aspect of learning, which you will definitely need for MPI, for your journey in MPI, for your journey of IIT JEE, and your journey in institutes like IIT, where you need to be a very, very competitive self-learner. You need to have excellent cognitive skills, capacity to understand, decode the information given to you, dismantle and mantle in your remantle in your own way. तोडमोड करता आली पाहिजे दिलेल्या गोष्टीची आणि मग परत जोडता आलं पाहिजे in a different form, experimenting with what you are learning. Okay, so those who are going to appear for our entrance test, it is going to be a very, very exciting experience for sure. You will be surprised to see the questions. You will never imagine that these kind of questions can be set on this theory. So to experience that thrill also, you can appear for the entrance. All right, I think it is 7 o'clock, so let us get started. The first question: find 36 %. The vocabulary that we've learned. Per will stand for the line. Cent will be denominator 100. Of is multiplication. 36% of 250 upon 36. Since it is all multiplication, I can cancel this to this 0 to this 0, and the answer will be 25 upon 10. but as we know, we have to bring it down to the lowest fraction. 25 upon 10 is not the lowest fraction. I can divide both by 5. So the lowest form will be 25 divided by 5 will be 5 and 10 divided by 5 will be 2. And if I have to express it as mixed fraction, it will become 2 and a half. Or those who have decimal understanding, it will be 2.5. 36% of 250 upon 36 is 2.5 or 2.5. That was just a question for you to quickly revise the vocabulary that we have learned. Now the next question. What percent of 15? What percent of 15 is 75% of 20? See how I'm converting this. What percent of 15 is 75% of 220? Okay. Now this what I can call it as X. Now I can do this question in two ways. I can directly keep this X on this side and transfer everything over here and then operate, or I can bring it down the left hand side. Now these are called as equations, where you have a left hand side, then equal to sign, and the right hand side. With the equal to sign, it is indicated that the total value of the left hand side is equal to the total value of the right hand side. Okay. Now, as I said, I can reduce this. 5 3s are 15, 5 25s are 100. So this becomes 3 upon 25. 25 3s are 15, 25 4s are 100. 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20, again 4 5s are 20. So if I want the value of X, it will be 3 into 55 upon this 3 will go down now and this 25 will come up. So 3 will get cancelled and 55 into 25 will be my answer. This is one way of doing it. What is another? See this, what I'm doing. X upon 15, X upon 100 of 15 is 75 upon 100 of 220. Now see, I know that if I take this 100 on this side, the denominator is going to become numerator and 100 is going to get cancelled. Can I cancel it here itself? That makes the story very simple. As it is going to get cancelled. Those who can understand this, they will minimize their calculation blues. So I will get 15x is equal to 75 into 220. So x will be simply bringing this 15 down here. And then it will be 15 5s are 75. And 220 into 5 will be 1100. So this calculation has become very easy when I cancel this 100 to this 100. Now the answer over here is 1100% of 15. Now this will sound something really really vague. We've always heard of 20%, 30%. What is 1100%? Is there some mistake? Have we done some mistake? We need to tally. When will we tally? When we find the value of left hand side and the value of right hand side, and it should come same. So what is the value of left hand side? 0, 0 will get cancelled, and 15 into 11 will come 165. What is the value of LHS? 0, 0 will get cancelled, and it will be 5 2s are 5 15s are, and 2 1s are 2 11s are. Again 15 into 11, 165. So the left hand side value is coming equal to right hand side value. So my answer is correct. Answer is correct, 1100. I can find this 75% of 220 by my train method also. What is 75%? 3/4. What is 75%? 3/4. So if I make 4 parts of 220 and take 3 parts out of it, will that be 75%? And if I make 4 parts of 220, what will be each part? 200 ke 4 parts is 50 and 20 ka 4 parts is 5. So 4 parts of 20 will be 55 of each part. 1 part of 55. And when I take 3 such parts of 55, I get 165, which is 75% of 120, and which is also my value of LHS. See in how many ways we are able to approach the problem. So this way also I can confirm that my LHS is equal to RHS, and therefore my answer 1100 is correct. One more way to come out of the awe of what is 1100%. This is sounding something very difficult or weird to me. What is 1100%? So when we say 100%, what does that mean? When I say I scored 100%, what does that mean? If my exam is out of 15, I have scored full marks, then I call it 100%. 100% is full marks, 1, fraction equal to 1. What will be the meaning of 200%? 2 times of 15. 200% will be 30. That is nothing but 2 into 50. Like that, 1100% is nothing but 11 times 15, which is 165. Understand this terminology. When I am saying 400%, that is 4 times of 100. Please understand. 400% is 4 times of the given value. Okay. So know these terms and how they mean and how we are going to use them. See the third question. 12% of 2500 is equal to 15% of X. I'm purposely talking and writing so you know that for which word, which mathematical expression you're going to use. This is called as converting a verbal information in mathematical form. And then you have to use maths to solve it. Then it doesn't make a difference whether this is 12% of cloth or 12% of apples or 12% of population. That is immaterial. All those things come to build the question. When you convert it into an equation or a mathematical expression, the other details are not of any importance to us. Now I'm going to use the same trick. दोनों तरफ मेरे को denominator में 100 दिख रहा है और बाकी सारा multiplication. This will not happen if it is addition and all that. But it is multiplication. As it is, when I get this 100 on this side, it is going to get cancelled. Might as well cancel it here only. My job becomes easy. And then I want a value of this x. So I will simply take this 15 in the denominator on the other side. It is in numerator, so it will come in denominator. So x will be 12 into 2500 upon 15. So 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25, 0 comes as it is. And then 3 1s are 3 4s are. So x is 500 into 4, that is 2000. So 12% of 2500 is 15% of 2000. How will you tally it? Find the value of 12% of 2500. I'm doing the tally, but eventually I want you to do each and every tally yourself. What is LHS? 12% of 2500. So what am I doing? 0 0 gaya, 0 0 gaya. 25 into 12 is 300. So my value of LHS is 300. And what is my value of RHS? 15% off. Now my answer for X is come 2000. So 0 0 gone, 0 0 gone. 15 into 20 is 300. So my LHS is equal to RHS. So my value of X is correct. Answer will be 2000. How can I use train method to do this? Can I find 12% of 2500 by train method? Let us try. I want 12% of 2500. So what I will do? I will make a train of 100 compartments from 2500. So each compartment will be of 25 units. Each compartment is 25 units. And I have 100 such compartments. So if I want 12%, I will have to take 12 such units of 25. That will be 25 into 12, 300. And similarly, how will I do 15% of 2000 now? You should know it. I will make a train of 100 compartments of 2000. Each compartment will be of 20. And to take 15%, I will need 15 such compartments. That will be 300. Okay. So try to connect whatever you are learning, try to connect whatever you have learned earlier with whatever you are learning now. And try to interpret this in that fashion, that in this fashion. Convert percent into vulgar fraction, convert vulgar fraction into percent, then convert it into ratio. 12 is to 25, what 15 is to what, one and the same. It's one and the same. You can express it in any which form, and that is the overall learn. Now To find 60% of a number, by what fraction should it be multiplied? Suppose my number is x and I want to find the 60% of it. So 60% of x, no, in short. What is 60%? 3/5, no? If my train of 100, I'm dividing in 5 compartments. Each compartment is 20. So 60% will be 3 compartments out of 5. So what is 60% of any number? 3/5. What is 40% of any number? 2/5. What is 80% of any number? 4/5. What is 75% of any number? 3/4. So you should have this quick conversion in your mind. So if I'm asking you, tell me of whatever, 45. Very simple. Do 45 multiplied by 3/5. That is 60%. 27. Slowly, you will be able to do this orally also. 60 per, otherwise initially you may feel it is, my god, 60% of 45, what is this? But then 60% is nothing but 3/5. 3/5 of 45. So on your mental board also, 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45, 9 threes are 27. Suppose I make 5 parts of 45 and I'm going to take 3. See, that way you can do 5 parts of 45, each part will be 9, no? And I'm taking 3 parts, means it is 27. Quick. Your brain should work very fast, and that will happen only when you have worked on these problems in many ways. Don't just do it by one way and leave it. Next question. Rajani secured 33 marks out of 75 in algebra, 24 out of 50 in history, and 56 out of 100 in English. In which subject did she get highest percentage? We will have to convert each of this into percent to compare, isn't it? Now 33 out of 75. Is how much out of 100? I don't have direct multiple of 75 to 100. So some of you may want to bring it down to some lower number. Say if I divide it by 3, I will get 11 upon 25. And then I will have to multiply 11 upon 25 by 4. Then it will be 25 fours are 100 and 11 fours are 44. This is unitary method. That means you first got it to the lowest fraction and then you converted it to an equivalent fraction with denominator 100. So her percentage in algebra is 44%. Now, those who know that 75 is 3/4 and for 100, I want all 4 parts. 75 is 3/4, means 3 parts, no? 25, 25, 25. And to that, I'm adding 125. If I make 3 parts of 33, 11, 11, 11. To that, I'm adding 1 more. So multiplying 75 by 4 by 3. Divide by 3, multiplied by 4. 25 4 is 100. Multiplying 33 by 4 by 3. 3 11s are 11 4s are. Those who can do it mentally can skip this step and directly understand that 33 out of 75 is 44%. Now 24 out of 50 is very easy. You just have to double it. 52 is 100. It is a direct multiple, so we don't have to go to the lowest fraction. 24 out of 50 is like 48 out of 100. So history percentages 48. So she is better in history than algebra. Maths kacha dikh raha hai Rajni ka. And 56 out of 100 is given. So it is already given. So she is really good in languages comparatively. In which subject she is having highest percentage? Of course, 56. Okay, when we have found all three values in percent, we can very easily say that her scores in English are maximum. Okay, now next. One article is bought for rupees 4 and sold for rupees 5. Another article is bought for rupees 5 and sold for rupees 4. Find the actual profit and loss and find the percent profit and loss. Now let us call it article 1 and article 2. Article 1, cost prices 4 and sale prices 5. So it is a profit transaction, isn't it? And so profit is, actual profit is how much? 5 rupees minus 4 rupees is 1. Then article 2 is bought for rupees 5. So cost price is 5, but sale price is 4. So this is a loss transaction. But how much is the loss? Again 1 rupee. So the actual profit and loss is same. On article 1 there is a profit of 1 rupee and on article 2 there is a loss of 1 rupee. But now let us find the percent profit. Over here 1 rupee is earned on 4 rupees. So if my cost price is 4 compartments of 1 rupee, my profit is the 5th compartment. Understand this. So my profit is 1/4 of the cost price, that is 25%. See, with this understanding, you don't need calculation. On 4 rupees, the profit is 1 rupee, that is 1/4 of the cost price. That is 25%. By formula, I can do it profit upon cost price into 100, 1/4 of 100. So profit percent is 25%. And look at my loss. On 5 rupees, the loss is 1 rupee. So what has happened? This is my cost price. I'm making it into 5 compartments, and out of that, 1 compartment is my loss. I have got it at 5 rupees. So this is my cost price. In loss transaction, the loss compartment comes inside the cost price. In profit transaction, the profit compartment comes outside the cost price. Understand this. Now here, out of 5 parts, 1 part is loss. This is my cost price and this is my sale price. No, 4 rupees and 1 rupee loss. 5 rupees is the cost price. So I have lost 1 rupee on 5 rupees. That is 1/5 of the cost price. That is 20%. So my loss is 20% and my profit is 25%. Understand this. Percent profit and loss is not same. Actual profit and loss is same, 1 rupee. So overall also, if I've got this commodity for 4 rupees and I earned 5 rupees on it, and this I've got for 5 rupees and I have earned 4 rupees on it. Totally, I will say that I spent 9 rupees and I got 9 rupees. So overall, it is a no profit, no loss transaction. I bought two commodities. On one, I earned 1 rupee, and on one, I lost 1 rupee. So, totally, how much I have spent? 9 rupees. Totally, how much I've got? 9 rupees. No profit, no loss transaction. Whatever loss I made in this transaction, I have completely made it in this transaction. I've compensated it in this transaction. So, overall, I've not made any loss. Understand that also. Okay, so overall it is a no profit no loss transaction. Understand these nuances of percentages and actual prices. Now, the rent for a room is increased by 20% after 1 year and by 25% after 2 years. Find the total percent increase in the original rent. We have done this kind of sum in our practice sums last lecture. So now see, I will again do it by two methods. I can go by 100 or I can go by X. Suppose my initial rent is 100 rupees, or it can be X rupees. After 1 year, there is 20% increase. So rent for room is increased by 20%. So 100 rupees rent था, अब हो गया 120 रुपए. बहुत ही सस्ता रूम मिल रहा है, चलो ले लेते. After 1 year, 120 rupees has become the rent. In terms of X, it will become 120 X upon 100. 120 X of 100. That will become the rent. Okay. Now, sorry, what am I doing? It is 120 X upon 100. Okay. Now, after 2 years, the price is increased by 25% of this, not of this. Understand? So I will have to find 25% of 120. What is 25% of 120? 3/4, no? What is 3/4 of 120? 30. That I will need to add to the rent of first year to get my rent at the end of 2 years. That is 150. Okay. And here what will I need to do? I will need to do 125% of 120 X upon 100. So many a times with X it becomes really clumsy. Okay, it becomes clumsy. It is very easy with 100. This will be my final after 2. So this is what percent of this. That will be my answer. So it is going to be very clumsy that 125 upon 100 into 120 X upon 100 is what percent of X. So XX will get cancelled, 100 will get cancelled to 100, and now suppose I'm calling this as Y. It will be, this is gone, this is gone. 5 2s are 10, 5 25s are 22, 2 6 are. So it will be 150. Answer is 150, but the calculation is little clumsy. So now the this thing is 150. So what is the rise? It is 50% rise. It is 50% rise. See, understand this. Originally, if the rent was 100, now it is 150. So what is the percent increase? They are not asking the increase in rupees because they have not given us the actual rent. They have just given us the percent rise. So if it was 1,000, it will become 1,500. If it was 2,000, it will become 3,000. It will increase by 50%. So it will become 1.5 times. So the percent increase is 50%. Understand that. And also understand that it is not 20 plus 25. Rise of first year is 20% and the rise of second year is 25%. Rise after 2 years is not coming 20 plus 25, 45%. Please understand that. It is more than that. When it will come 45%, if both you consider on 100, but first year we are doing 20% of 100 and second year we are doing 25% of 120. That is why it is not 45%. It is more than 45%. That is also like a hint you should take, that when you are doing like this step up questions, the final answer can never come equal to the sum of these percentages. It will always come more if you are going for appreciation, and it will become less if you are going for depreciation. That a car is bought in the first year, its value dropped by 10%, in the second year it dropped by 15%. Then the total drop is more than 25%. It is not 25%. That is how you should build on a question. Think about a question. What are the different other questions that come of this type? Think more and more. Keep writing, keep scribbling on your notebooks, whatever comes to your mind. Lot of thinking, lot of scribbling, lot of brainstorming is needed, and that will sharpen your brains like anything. Okay, just like you need to do a lot of exercise to build up your muscle strength, you need a lot of mental gymnastics to build your brain muscle strength. Then you will become that quick alert. How you see the athletes running on the Olympic grounds, why they become so quick and alert? Because they have really toned their muscles, made themselves light like feathers and energetic. Same goes for your mental strength also. You need to do a lot of work. The price of an antique piece soared up by 400%. Now soared up by 400% and soared up to 400%. Understand this. What we have seen, if it is soared up to 400% is 4 times. No, that is what we have learned in our earlier question. That what is the meaning of 1100%? 11 times. So 400% is 4 times. But the price is soared up by 400%, meaning if the initial price was 100, it has increased by 4 times. That is, now it has become 500. Understand that? Have you understood that? And if they say if the price of an antique piece is soared to 400%, meaning 100 का 400 हो गया है, 4 times हो गया है, and soared up by 400%, meaning 400 add हो गया है, so it has become 500. Understand the meaning of this wording. Now, if the initial price was 100 10 years ago, when it is increased by 400%, it is increased 4 times, so it is become 500. So if the price today is 4,000, what would it be 10 years ago? 4,000 upon 500. If it is 500 today, then 10 years ago it was 100. If it is 4,000 today, in two ways you can do. 4,000 upon 500 is x upon 100, or simply 100 is 1/5 of 500. So I need to find 1/5 of 4,000. That will be 800. So the cost price of it was 800 10 years ago, and in 10 years it has soared up by 4 times 800, that is 3,200. And so today it has become 4,000. Understand the wording difference. If it was soared to 4,000%, then it would have been 1,000, and now it has become 4,000. It is soared up by 4,000%. So it was 800 and now it has become 4,000. Very important, you have to keep in mind the wordings. You have to be really, really careful. Okay, let's go to the next one. An article is sold at 10% profit. If it is sold at 30 rupees less, there is a loss of 5%. Find the cost price of the watch. Okay, this is a printing mistake. I'll make watch here or article here before I send it. Now see the article. Let us say a watch. A watch is sold at 10% profit. Okay. So if it is sold at 30 rupees less. So let me take the cost price of the watch as 100 rupees. And with 10% profit, I'm calculating the profit on the cost price. So if there is 10% profit on 100 rupees, my sale price with profit sale price would be 110 rupees. And if it is sold at 30 rupees less, there is a loss of 5%. 30 rupees less than 110. If it is sold at 10% profit. But if it was sold 30 rupees less, meaning 110 minus 30 would be 80. So if this is 30, this is 20% loss. Oh, 1 minute. Sorry. I made a small mistake. 5% loss. So sorry. It is sold at 5% loss. Suppose it is sold at 5% loss, then its sale price would become 95 rupees. Suppose my cost price was 100, 10% profit price would be 100 rupees and 5% loss price would be 95 rupees. What is the difference in this profit price and loss price? It is 15 rupees. When the difference is 15 rupees, the cost price is 100. When the difference will become 30 rupees, that is double of this, the cost price will also become double. Are you getting? On 100 rupees, when it is sold at 10% profit and 5%, both the values are on cost price. So I can play this game. The gap is coming 15 rupees and I want my gap to be 30 rupees. So I will have to double my cost price. So my cost price is 200. What will be 10% profit price? 220. And what will be 5% lost price? 190. Difference in 220 and 190 is 30 rupees. Got it? How we have done it? Started with 100 and then converted this gap to the required gap and multiplied 100 by the same. You can do the same question with X, or those who would want to try can try it at home. Okay. Suppose the cost price is X, then 10% profit price would be 110X upon 100, and 5% loss price would be 95X upon 100. And this is equal to 30. Solve for X, answer will be 200. Okay. Solve this for X. All right. Next question. The sale price of 5 toys is equal to the cost, sale price of 6 toys is equal to the cost price of 5 toys. What will be the percent profit or loss? For all such questions, I always recommend to do one chart. Okay. What are we going to do? Cost price and sale price. Okay. Now, for what I'm going to say, let the cost price of each toy be rupee 1. I'm assuming you can call it 100 also or 1 also. Let the cost price of one toy be 1 rupee. Then what will be the cost price of 5 toys? 5 rupees. What will be the cost price of 6 toys? 6 rupees. And what are they saying? Sale price of 6 toys is equal to cost price of 5 toys. So what is the sale price of 6 toys? 5 rupees. Sale price of 6 toys is equal to cost price of 5 toys. When I'm saying cost price of each toy is 1 rupee, cost price of 5 toys is 5 rupees, cost price of 6 toys is 6 rupees, and sale price of 6 toys is equal to cost price of 5 toys. So what am I getting here? Is this a loss transaction or profit transaction? Sale price is less than the cost price, so this is a loss transaction. So first I will need to find whether this is a loss transaction or profit transaction. It is a loss transaction. And what is the loss? On 6 rupees. Okay. So 1 rupee is lost on 6 rupees. Loss upon cost price multiplied by 100. So 100 upon 6 or 16.66, those who know per decimal, 16.66% is the loss percent. 1 rupee is lost on 6 rupees. Okay. Remember this format for all such questions. Consider the cost price to be 1. Find the cost price. Suppose it was ulta. If they had said the sale price of 5 toys is equal to cost price of 6 toys, it would become a profit transaction. That means 5 toys are bought for 5 and sold for 6. That would be 1 rupee on 5 rupees. So it would be a 20% profit transaction. Understand? But today it is 16.66% loss transaction. This is how you can very easily do these type of questions. Okay. You will need to see this part of the YouTube video once again. Note down this timing. It's almost 10 minutes to 8 now. Okay. Those who don't understand this typical method, they can Go through it once again. This is the benefit of making a YouTube video. You can watch a video several times and make yourselves understand what you're not following. By selling an article at a loss of 7%, the dealer loses 42. Find the cost price. Now I have to always understand that loss is computed on the cost price. So what is percent loss formula? It is loss upon cost price into 100. And they are saying that the loss is 7%. So, and the loss is 42 rupees. So 42 upon cost price into 100 is 7. As simple as that. So I will bring cost price here and I will bring 7 here. So 42 upon 7 will be 7, 6 are 42 and 100 into 6, 600. Cost price will be 600. Simply by putting it in the formula of percent loss, we will be able to find the cost price. We can do it orally also actually. 7% is 42. So what will be 1%? 1/7 of this 6. 7 6 are 42. 7% is 42. So 1% is 6. And if 1% is 6, what is 100%? 600. This is an oral sum if you have taken a perfect grip of the concept. Otherwise, you will need a formula every time, put in the formula, calculate. But if you have taken a perfect grip and perfect understanding, so many things can be finished off, wrapped off orally. Next, A, B, and C each scored 75% marks in their exam. The maximum marks for the paper of A were 20. Okay, each of them is scoring 75% marks. So if A's paper was out of 20, then 75% of that would be 3/4. No, that will be 50. So A has scored 15 marks out of 20. Maximum marks for the paper of B were twice that of A. So B's paper was out of 40. And 75% of that, if this is double of this will be double of this, 30. And C's paper was 3 times that of A. So C's paper was out of 60 and 75% is 60 divided by 4 multiplied by 3, 45, or 20 threes are 60. So 15 threes are 45. So A score is 15, B score is 30 and C score is 45. Find the total of actual scores of A, B, C. So I want to find 15 plus 30 plus 45. One way is to add. Another way is our very first lecture formula, middle number into number of numbers, because the gap is same. When the gap is same, 15, 30, 45 is an equidistant series. So the sum of the numbers will be, middle number is 30 multiplied by number of numbers, 33s are 90. So the actual total of their scores will be 90. Okay. Next question. 40% of 400 is calculated and again 40% of that number is calculated. 40% of 400. That will be 0, 0 gone, 44s are 160. And again 40% of this means 40% of 160 is calculated. So it will be 64. What is the ratio of the number obtained, that is this 64, to the original number 400? So I will have to find what is 400 upon 64. No, it is number obtained upon original number. So it is 64 upon 400. See what mistake? You have to be very, very alert about the wording. They are not asking the ratio of the number to that number obtained. They are asking the ratio of the number obtained to the original number. So 64 upon 100, 400, sorry. So it will be 4, if I take 4 16 and 400 so 16 upon 100, but I can further divide it by 4 again. So it will be 4 4s are 16 and 4 25 4s are 100. So 4 upon 25 will be the lowest form. I cannot further reduce it. So the ratio is 4 is to 25. Now understand this 40% and again 40% is not coming 80%. It is not coming 1 is to 80. It is coming 4 is to 25. So never do the mistake of adding such numbers. In earlier sum also we saw that it does not come equal to addition. The ratio is 4 is to 25, not 25 is to 4. If it is an MCQ, then there will be both options written. 25 is to 4 and 4 is to 25. Those who will not read the question carefully, some of you may choose the wrong, your numbers are correct, but you have chosen the wrong order, your answer will be wrong. A person spends 70% of his monthly income but saves 1800. What does that mean? He's spending 70%, so he's saving 30%. No? So 30% of his income, whatever we don't know, let us call it X, is 1800. What is the income? Simply take this. Now I cannot cancel this 0 to this 0. Please understand. But I can cancel this 1 0 to this 1 0. Look what I'm doing. Both are numerator. What we were doing earlier, to denominator 100 on LHS, RHS we cancelled. Like that, I can cancel this 1 0 to this 1 0 if I want to reduce my calculation trouble. If you don't want, then you can keep. You can cancel this 1 0 to this 1 0 or this 0 to this 0. Any which way it would be. So X will be 180 into 100 upon 3, because now I have cancelled 110 here. So 3 6 are 18. 60 into 100, income will be 6,000 rupees. That was quite simple. Now, how can I do this orally? 30% is 1800. What will be 10%? 1/3 of this, 600. 10% is 600. What will be 100%? 6,000. Oral. No need of such a big circus. Okay. Now the last question for today. I hope we are in time. Yes. A medical student has to secure 40% marks to pass. He scores 40 marks, but he fails by 40 marks. Understand. Now this is a question that needs to be first understood. He needs 40% to pass. He has scored 40, but he failed by 40 marks, meaning if he had scored 40 more marks, he would have passed, correct? So if he had scored 80 marks, he would have passed, meaning 80 is 40%. Because what is the passing score? 40%. And if he scores 80, he will pass. What does that mean? 80 is 40%. What is the maximum mark of the question paper? So I want to find what is 100%. So if 40% is 80, what will be 100%? 200, no? Very, very easy to understand. If 40% score is 80 marks, then full marks will be 200. Then 80 will be 40% of 200. So if the paper is out of 200, if he scores 80, he will score 40% marks. So the maximum marks for the question paper is 200. So this was a problem to understand what they are trying to say. We should understand that his passing score is 80, which is equal to 40%. All right. Okay, so with that we finish our questions for today. Now our next class is going to be longer because we are going to discuss geometry in our next class. Many of you will enjoy doing geometry. We have done all number work, arithmetic. So let us do a little bit of geometry, but then geometry is a very big subject, no? So I will try to whatever maximum in 1 hour, nice things I will share with you. But 1 hour is not enough. So our session in our next class may go to 1.5 hours also. So be prepared for 1 hour 30 minutes. Maybe we will finish in 1 hour 20 minutes or whatever. I don't know. As I start talking, 5-10 minutes may go here or there. Yes, it is always good to keep your geometry box ready. But at the same time, as I say, when I'm explaining, you're not supposed to write anything. You're just supposed to look at the screen and listen carefully to whatever I'm talking. And when you will once again see the YouTube video, that time you can sit with your geometry box, because that is when you will actually need to draw a few things, find out few things. I'm going to give you some good research problems, some good games to play. But when I'm talking, yes, we are going to play some games also. I will introduce you with a nice mathematical game, and you can just enjoy with that game afterwards and intrigue your parents and friends and ask them nice questions. Okay, so be ready for a 1.5 hour session on Thursday. We will begin at 7, but we may have to go till 8:30. So keep your tummies filled and your brains pumped, good energetic, do good exercise, nice jumping, running, and sit fresh for the session. All right, we will stop for today.
Okay, miss.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.